Hey everyone, Week Reviews here. It is Wednesday, which means it's time for my Once Upon a Time recap. So to recap on tonight's episode, it's Alice and Hook in Tower in the Fairy Tale World. And Alice is a little bit older, maybe like 8 or 10, and apparently she's a skilled painter, and as we've seen in the animated Tangled movie, she's a skilled painter. And she's apparently been having this dream about this witch, which is Gothel, killing Hook. So she tells Hook about this, and Hook, wants to free Alice from the tower. So he ventures off to try to find a way to free her, and he goes to Rumpelstiltskin for help in this cell, and he offers a proposition that if he gets this fish hook, or gets this artifact or whatever and brings it to Rumpel, then he'll help Hook. In exchange, Hook will free Rumpel from his cell, which I gotta say, Rumpel must have been down there for quite a while, because he obviously was making deals for a while, and I gotta say, from watching, it looks like making deals are his crack, because when he got the opportunity to make a deal again, it looked like he just got his fix. So Hook goes to this bar and he sees Smee, his loyal companion. I gotta say, it was pretty sweet how loyal Smee's always been to Hook. I mean, he offered Hook his ship back, but he didn't want it. He needed a fish hook, and not just any fish hook. He needs Maui's fish hook. I freaking love how they had the Moana reference in there. That is amazing. So he has to get this fish hook from Ahab, and they decide to do a duel, rolling dice. I'm not 100% sure how dice works, but they play, if Hook wins, he gets the fish hook, but if Ahab wins, he gets the Jolly Roger. And sure enough, Hook wins, so he gets the fish hook. So he's ready to return the hook to Rumpelstiltskin so he can help with Alice. And Ahab's, trying to stir the pot, saying that Hook's not who he used to be, he's gone soft, and convinces Hook to try to redeem himself as a pirate. Tries to, I guess try to prove that he's not soft by going to do this duel. And they end up shooting each other once, and it only grazes Hook where it really injures Ahab. So he goes back to the tower and brings the fish hook back to help Alice, and it's actually doesn't work. Gothel is there, and she's actually the one who poisoned their hearts so they can never be around each other. And how she did that was, I guess she poisoned the bullet. So, yeah, Mother of the Year right there. I gotta feel bad for Hook, because he really did want to help his daughter, but then he did make the choice to, he chose being a pirate in a way over his daughter. And in Hyperion Heights, we see Hook and Weaver are teaming up to try to figure out who's behind the murders. And I gotta say, I never would have guessed that a pirate and the crocodile would be working together. But they're trying to figure out who the killer is, and Eloise Gardner just comes into the police station, and they want to question her, because obviously, she's prime suspect number one, but she won't give any answers if Weaver's in there. I'm guessing because she senses that that Weaver's awake and he knows what she's up to, which Gold does know what she's up to. And she asked Hook to bring her this painting, so she's trying to manipulate him in a way. And Alice, who's Tilly in Hyperion Heights, seems to be bothering Hook. Like, there's a lot of things going on in her head, and she wants to play chess with him, but she's, I guess in his mind, and she's being annoying, and they keep telling her to go away, but she's trying to tell them that, something's happening, but they're just not listening to her. She's trying to explain to them that this woman's a monster, and they're not listening. And it was very creepy that when Eloise was in the questioning room, she just waved like this there, so she knew that Alice was watching. I got chills watching that. She does end up giving some answers saying that the baker and the doctor that were killed received Truffles chocolate, so they go and trace it down, and they see, I guess the woman that sold them died years ago, so it looks like Eloise isn't being as truthful as they thought. So they go to the hospital, and they see that the baker that they saved last week's been killed, and Alice is in the room, and it looks like she's having a breakdown of sorts because she's frustrated that nobody would listen to her at all, and she said this is what happens when you don't listen and bad things happen. And she actually jumps out the window. They go to Tilly's place, and they find out that she has this big board that has the same symbol as the cult has. And I'm wondering, there was 2 X's on the board, so I'm wondering, does that mean like those 2 members were killed? Like, I'm not sure yet, but Rogers is gonna go and try to find Alice and try to get some answers from her. But yeah, it seems like Eloise Gardner, aka Gothel, is a master manipulator. We see that Ivy is dealing with Victoria's death, and she apparently calls Henry to help clear out her office, and she apparently wants to get really close to Henry. But he kind of pushes her away in a way. Like, he thinks that that's not the right way to handle her grief. She says that she should talk to the people that she has. Like, he's trying to basically tell her that, she has another sister. So, Jacinda would be a good person to talk to. So, Ivy goes and talks to Jacinda, and she returns some of her childhood things, and they have a talk of sorts, and Jacinda tells Ivy how Lucy kind of broke up their date the night before, and thinks that, they used to be buddies, but now something's going on, and Ivy reassures Jacinda that she's a good mom, when in the meantime, she says that she has to finish what her mother started. So I'm thinking, like, what is Ivy up to? Like, can we really trust Ivy? She goes and brings Henry this smoochie. I'm not sure exactly what that is, but as a way to thank him for giving good advice, and says that she needs his help finding her other sister Anastasia, and he asks, how can I help? And she said, just by being the hero, just by being you'll be the hero that I need. So I'm thinking, just by the way Ivy's acting, I feel like she's grieving her mom, but I also feel like, I don't know. I feel like she's using Henry so he won't break the curse. But then, is she really trying to fix things? Is she really trying to save Anastasia from Gothel? She very well might be, but I don't know. It's very hard to say. Who I'm also having trouble reading is Dr. Facilier. We saw last week that Ronnie visited his apartment, and she comes back in the same clothes, so either she had a meeting with him and we're talking the whole night, or she had a one-night stand. It's not, I guess it's up to one's perception, but she was telling Henry how she was at a business meeting with an old boyfriend. So I feel like, I don't know, I feel like Ronnie or Regina knows better, and I feel like she's trying to get some intel on Facilier, because I don't feel like Facilier truly loves Regina. I feel like that he's trying to use her to get what he wants, whatever he wants. We're not exactly sure what his motives are yet, but I have a feeling he's trying to manipulate Regina, much like how Hades manipulated Zelena back in season 5. We see that what I thought was the best part of the episode was the scene between Ronnie and Lucy. Lucy goes to Ronnie's bar and shows her the page that if the curse is broken, Henry dies. And that's when Ronnie reveals that she's awake and she's Regina. And Lucy's all excited about that. And it was such a sweet scene. Ronnie, says that she believes Lucy now. And she's like, oh, have you read the books? And she's like, not only have I read the books, I've lived it. And I thought that was such a sweet moment. Like, you could see the smile, and how you could just feel how Lucy felt in that moment, like that she knew all along, like she was right. And she says how Ronnie said how she's gonna help her granddaughter, and she said, but not to call her grandma. So I'm wondering what Lucy's gonna call, if she's just gonna call her Regina, or if she's gonna be Nana Regina, or Mimi, whatever. I don't know. But it's really cute to see them together. What I also thought was fun in that moment was Regina said, you're a Mills. I'm like, aww, I love that. And apparently they're gonna have their own operation together, because they want to be able to save Henry. So they're gonna try to. Regina suggests to do what they're gonna start how her dad being Henry, started back in season 1, how he had his own operation mission, and it's Lucy calls it Operation Hyacinth. So yeah, I'm really excited to see Regina and Lucy together, especially that since Lucy knows that Regina's awake now, and she's like, all in all, like, this is Evil Queen and this is my grandma. So next week's preview shows that it looks like Operation Hyacinth is a go. It looks like Lucy gathering intel from Facilier, and it even said in the preview for next week, it said that is Facilier a friend or an enemy. So I'm willing to bet money that he's an enemy. But Regina looks like she regrets sending Lucy into his apartment, because he's coming home at any minute, and realizes what a threat Facilier can be. It looks like Zelena reminds her that. So she really regrets sending Lucy there. So I guess we'll have to wait and see for next week. But it looks like it's going to be Regina, pretty Regina-centric. I'm hoping they give some kind of backstory as to how exactly Dr. Facilier and Regina met in the past, and what's going on now. Maybe we might get some intel, is Facilier really a friend to Regina, or is he really an enemy? So I hope you guys enjoyed tonight's Once Upon a Time. If you guys want to check out Once Upon a Time, it's on Fridays, 8 p.m. on ABC. Until next time, stay regal.